Stop subscribing to your HTTP calls in the component logic. You are creating memory leaks and messy code. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the RxJS to signal to convert your API streams into reactive signals with just one line of code. It's cleaner, safer, and faster. So this is our demo video and the code is sitting in this repository. You can always go here and download this one. And let's take a look at the fifth one. We are on the fifth video. So in this video, we're focusing on how to use the RxJS to signal to bridge to convert your API streams into reactive signal with just like one line of code. So I'm going to give you a demo. You see this, it's fetching through the signal and converting to, let's take a look at this demo. See, it's fetching the data using toSignal, which means it's converting the regular API stream into signal. And this is what we simulate some information. And what I'm referring to here is toSignal and toObservable. So these are the two functions. For example, you can convert to two signals like this, of an outgoing call, or you can convert an existing signal into observable. I'm going to open up the code and let's focus on this one, RxJS interoperability. So the HTML here is nothing, it's just the data it is showing up. There's not much here. The important stuff that you need to understand is here. So with the latest Angular, you already know you don't need to have a constructor. You can use the inject and then use the injector. So we injected the HTTP client, which is here. What do? We have two signals. We have a signal called users. Here we are actually calling or simulating a data, like we are pretending that we are fetching some information, but then we wrap this into toSignal. So what will happen? Because of that, we generally do this. We generally do a subscribe, right? So we do a subscribe and wait for the data, or we use the async pipe. We don't need that. Because it is signal, this will get updated to the DOM automatically when it changes the value. So no subscribe, no manual cleanup, nothing. This is what you convert into signal. Okay. So again, this is another one. So if you look at this, we use this in this one. So whenever data is changing, the value will change. Rest and all is all same. So similarly, if you want to convert a signal into toObservable, you can convert using toObservable. And then if you convert a signal into observable, you need to subscribe manually. But that's how you can do. This is just a reference. Let's take a look at one more time. It's fetching, it's pretending that it is fetching. And then the moment data comes, this gets updated in the UI automatically because it's a signal. So if you're moving your project to signals, you need this bridge. Drop a comment if you prefer toSignal over the async pipe. And don't forget to subscribe for more Angular essentials. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!